Alighting off Darley Knob, heading south above the wheat fields, past the occasional log cabin farmhouse, one can see the tall oak trees which define the town of Eagle Creek. At first glance, the town of Eagle Creek seems quaint. Most of the 500 residents live in wood-framed two-story houses within a few blocks from downtown. Crossing the babbling waters of Eagle Creek via a footbridge, we travel down Memorial Drive, one of the tree-lined streets, with simple houses, many of which have white picket fence lawns. The houses on the right give way to a welcoming park, complete with a baseball diamond and an alabaster bandshell. We take a left down Main Street into downtown, focusing on the left-hand side of the street. Along the way, we pass a variety of small businesses, a feed and grain store, a jail, occupied at the moment by a lone police officer, and Lucille's Fashions for Women. The aroma of barbecue still wafts from Casey's Cafe long after the lunch crowd has departed. Looking in the window, you can see waiters replacing the red and white checkercloth tablecloths with white terry cloth, which is appropriate for the formal upcoming dinner rush. Next to the restaurant is the two-story brick Eagle Creek branch of Martian Chemical Bank. In a tree-lined square sits the Eagle Creek Town Hall with its white marble columns. The most notable structures on the right-hand side of Main Street are the Eagle Creek Methodist Church, Eagle Creek Baptist Church, Eagle Creek Apothecary, Clementine Bakery, and Jackson Brothers Hardware. Many of the shop owners live in spacious apartments right above their businesses. The business district ends at the Eagle Creek Lumberyard. Back to the left-hand side of the street, just past the empty lot, sitting next to a small apartment building, is Eagle Creek Church of Christ. Passing an expansive grassy lawn to the left of the church building is the forested playground for Eagle Creek School. The white wood-paneled schoolhouse holds 6 classrooms for grades 1 to 12. The doors to the schoolhouse open. Through the foyer, past the principal's office, the lower classrooms, we come to the 11th and 12th grade classroom, taught by a black-haired middle-aged woman, Miss Joyce Grayson. Though filled with 20 desks, only half the desks are occupied. The seniors are on a field trip in River City. The classroom is as quiet as a cemetery. Miss Grayson, though appreciative of the respectful silence, was becoming a slight bit annoyed at the 2 young ladies in the front of the room, one with blonde hair and the other with red hair. Behind the 2 girls, written on the blackboard, were the words spelling bee. Miss Grayson looked at the blonde and authoritatively cleared her throat in a way to gain her attention. Unfortunately, there was no response. The redhead was furiously tapping her foot in anticipation and begrudgingly making the tumbling hurry it up motion with her right hand. The fate of the whole world, so it seemed, rested on this very moment. "Sarah Conrad?" The teacher tried saying her name to elicit some reply. Sarah peeked open her right eye in response. "Sarah, I need an answer." She took a deep breath. P-L-U... She froze. She looked to her best friend, Emily Clementine. The vivacious dark-haired vixen was sitting on the 3rd row, biting her lower lip. Nervously looking back at her best friend, Emily shifted her eyes to Tommy Grossman, the tall, handsome boy whom both she and Sarah had been in love with since 6th grade. Emily, unnoticed by Tommy, began subtly blowing him kisses. When Emily noticed this made Sarah slightly less nervous, she put her hand to her palpitating heart and silently made the ooh sound. "Emily Clementine!" She instantly pointed to herself. "Me? Knock it off. Sarah, finish your word." Sarah bit her lip and barely squeaked out the letter T. Emily turned her focus to the curly-haired, ruddy Pete Jackson on her right, who, along with most of the class, was straining to stay awake. This time Lynn chuckled as Emily ran her silky tongue across her lips. Miss Grayson tapped her teacher's desk. "Sarah?" "What?" "Plutocracy! Finish your word!" Sarah popped her lips. Where was I?" Lynn growled in frustration. "The letter T." Sarah looked to her rival and then snarled. "T. O-R-A-C-Y. Plutocracy." Miss Grayson shook her head. "Wrong. Plutocracy has 1 T." Lynn was ecstatic. Sarah was bewildered. "Miss Grayson, I didn't spell it with 2 T's." Lynn spoke under her breath. "Everyone heard you. S-A-R-A-H. That's how you spell loser." "Shut up, Lynn Watson. I hate you." Miss Grayson spoke up. "Sarah, you spelled that word incorrectly." She leered at her teacher. "Only because you made me lose." Emily sank in her chair and mouthed, "Not smart." "Young lady, I will not be addressed in such a manner. Congratulate Lynn and return to your seat." Lynn smugly stuck out her hand. "I win." Sarah refused to shake her hand and muttered, "You'll never win." As she started to angrily march back to her seat, Lynn replied by tripping her. She flailed her arms and haphazardly stumbled to an empty desk in front of the classroom. "Lynn Watson!" Miss Grayson was indignant. As Sarah tried to maintain her composure and regain her dignity, she heard Lynn bellow, "She deserved it!" Lynn smugly waved as Sarah turned around. "I'll think of you when I am victorious at the River City Spelling Bee next week." "You wretched piece of—" "Sarah, Lynn, I've had enough of the both of you. We'll talk about this after class. Now sit down, take out a piece of paper. We have a geometry test." The students groaned. Sarah leaned her head against her desk and mumbled, "I hate my life."